Hi friends, how you doing? So I'm just trying to make actually a quick comparison kind of video of iPhone 13 Pro Max and S21 Ultra. So S21 Ultra is actually a 2-year-old device and iPhone 13 Pro Max is pretty much 1.5 year kind of old device. So both are actually old device and you know I thought that okay, why not to make a comparison video, because I'm going to give this S21 Ultra to Samsung back for trade-in. So I was like, okay, let's shoot a video and let's you know share my experience with both these devices. And pretty much I used these two videos side by side for 1 year, and I can tell you that you know both are great devices, but mm, I was actually much more satisfied with the S21 Ultra, and the reason is actually the ecosystem itself. The Android ecosystem, it is much more flexible. It's very easy to actually share the data across your Windows PC and with other devices. While once you are in the Apple system ecosystem, it's very hard to actually transfer data, and Apple just don't like you know like giving up on data. Once you are in their ecosystem, they want they want to do everything. They just want to make sure that you don't leave their ecosystem at all, and that's actually one of the biggest drawback which I have observed in last more than a year. After using both the devices side by side, so that's the thing is. And apart from that, feature wise also, these two are entirely different. I mean, Apple has not changed its camera app for ages. Pretty much, apart from adding this cinematic view, the default camera app is kind of like same for last 5 to 10 year. But on the other hand, if you go to the uh, Samsung camera app, it is so much fun uh, to actually play with this, and it can do so much thing. Especially this director's view. This is really impressive thing. It actually helped me to create a lot of travel videos and all, where you can show yourself and the place also. So pretty much it uses both the front and back camera at the same time. You can actually do the similar thing by using some kind of third party app here in the iPhone ecosystem also. But then you have to use some you know ad supported kind of app, or developer on the iPhone is actually quite greedy, and they are actually trying to charge you for each and everything, that too on a subscription basis. So that's actually another drawback with the entire iPhone ecosystem, that it is so costly sometime to actually use app here. Either the app are ad supported, they will show you 30 to 60-second video just to use the app, and then or they will ask for some subscription. So pretty much they will try to take your money. They're just trying to like they are offering you some kind of service, but they are overcharging, while you can get actually a number of apps free, and the library is so huge on Android. So that is actually a great thing. So hardware wise, I don't have any complaint from Apple, especially their battery life is amazing, which is not good in the S21 Ultra, I can tell you, after using for 2 years. And apart from that, the app are quite stable on iPhone, and the reason behind that is because the iOS is designed in such a way that it don't allow you to like too many things for developer and all those things. So it's kind of restrictive. And while here on the Android, you can do a lot of things. It gives a lot of flexibility to developer. So sometime it happened that you actually encounter more crash and bugs on Android than iPhone. So stability wise, definitely iPhone is better, but feature wise, there is no comparison. Android platform is way more matured, and way more things you can do for much more cheaper price. And as I told, camera wise, camera is good, but it definitely lack the feature. It is totally out of date, and you don't feel great using iPhone camera app, especially the default one. Some people, they use all kind of third party app for camera and all those things, but they charge you. They will ask you they will show ads and all those things, which is again extra. So iPhone is not just costly to buy, it is also costly to operate. So keep that in mind, when you're buying iPhone, that probably you'll be also spending at least 100 to 200 bucks extra every year just for mobile app subscription and all those things. And that is fine if you're someone who is actually a heavy user, but if not, then yeah, you have to keep that in mind. I mean, that is going to uh, you are going to feel that. But on the Android, even if you don't have any paid app, it just works. And pretty much this is what it is. And the backside, you can see size wise there is not much difference. iPhone is a bit heavier, a bit slightly bigger. It also has a case for sure, so that's why it's even looking better. But I would say the quality wise, iPhone hardware is definitely sturdy, and they also have this lidar scanner, while Samsung S21 Ultra, it has kind of like a infrared and some other sensor for measuring the distance. So this is something is very useful. This is it allow you the lidar sensor to actually create a 3D 3D model of any object, which is great if you are someone who is doing some 3D printout and all those things. You can actually use the lidar sensor to create an exact model, and then you can give it to your 3D printer to print it. So this is something which is actually a really high tech. And this is one of the thing, if you are someone who is looking for those 3D printing and all those stuff, then iPhone is definitely the way to go because of that lidar sensor. But that is missing in this S21 Ultra, and I think that is also missing in S23 Ultra also. So yeah, that is something that will be a kind of like a unique case for one less than 1% people who use lidar sensor. Most of the people don't use actually lidar sensor at all. So yeah, that is one other thing. Apart from that, overall, if you're someone who is tight in budget, want to have a great feature, then go with this. This is even available for like 300 to 400 bucks on Amazon and other eBay and all those marketplaces. While iPhone is costly to buy, but it has better resale value. But even a second hand or a refurbished device will cost you more. So yeah, that is something you have to keep in mind. So that's all about it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.